Hello everyone, welcome to American Truck Simulator. My name is Adam, and in today's video we are going to mod. So, I've seen in a lot of the Facebook groups, a lot of forums, that there are still a lot of people having trouble with mods. Now, I'm quite relatively new to American Truck Simulator, or any truck simulator for that matter. So the way that these mods work, I'm still learning and still finding my feet with them. But I know enough to do a basic how-to video for those who are just getting into American Truck Simulator. There are a few things you need to be careful of when you're doing the mods. Now, I've got 3 profiles. Well, in fact, I've got 4 really, because my girlfriend has one as well, because she enjoys playing it too. But I have 3 profiles. I have my main profile, which I've started to live stream, and this one I use as I explore the entire map, and it has all my mods in it. This one I use really just to sort of test out different mod configurations so it doesn't wreck this one. If I've got a new mod, I will insert it into this one first before putting it into this one, because I don't want it to crash my game and completely wreck all my other mods. And this one I have absolutely no mods in. Testing, I suppose, is a wrong word to call it, but I use it for if there is an update to the actual game itself. So when we move on to 1.37, I will use this profile to load it and actually go back to 1.36 until all my mods are working. Then I will update the game to 1.37 as my mods are updated to 1.37, because I like what I have in this profile is really nice and I'm really loving it and it works. So if you want to see it, go check out one of the live stream videos and you'll be able to see exactly what it looks like. But it's all the same, really, that's in here, bar a couple of mods that I haven't actually put in here yet. But as we're talking about mods, how do you do it? Well, it's pretty simple, really. If you go into your My Documents folder and then go into American Truck Simulator, you'll actually see a folder called Mod. Now, any type of mod that you want to put in, you just drop either the raw SCS file into that folder, or the WinZip folder that contains the SCS file. Put them into that mod folder, okay? And that is it. You've just installed a mod, and it's that easy. Now, one thing to note is get your mods. You can get them from one of 2 different places, okay? The first place is the Steam Workshop. And these are mods supported by Steam because they are distributing them, and they're from modders that will continually update unless it states it in the description, and continually provide support for this particular mod. And there's some really good mods there, but there's not loads. There's just some. And if you go and type in Google American Truck Simulator mod, you will come up with about 7 to 10 different websites that offer mods. Now, some of them aren't really monitored and have a lot of mods that will break your sim, wreck your game, and lose your profile. And that's really why I use these 3 profiles, is to protect this one so I don't lose my profile. And if you get a dodgy mod, it can wreck your profile. So to prevent that, I have multiple ones, but also a good way to prevent it is get your mods from a reputable website. ATS Mods is a really good website. It actually has a moderator and people who look out for mods that are damaging and pirated, and it's a really good one. I recommend that one, and you'll find a lot on there that isn't on the Steam Workshop. So how do we actually get the mod going? Well, the guys over at SCS are really good. They actually give you a mod manager built into the game. And when you first load it up, you'll see that there are a few mods here in this list, and you can sort by your favorite ones, and I click favorite when it's in the list here, okay? And this list is a list of all my active mods that are currently in the sim. So if I wanted the Frosty mod, I would activate that by pushing or double left clicking this little icon here until it turns green, and now it's activated in the sim. And then I just have to maneuver it where I want it. Now, if you want it out, you can either double click it again like that, or you can double click here and it goes. Either way. You can also use these arrow keys as well. This one moves it across, that one moves it back, that one gets rid of it. And if you wanted to put, I mean, these I would use very carefully, because this one will put all of your mods in here. And it's really good, really. It is really easy. And if you really just wanted to go to the Steam Workshop, you could click a button and it would take you there to the Steam Workshop, where you'll find a lot of other mods. Now, they're all categorized, they all have a star rating system, and there's some really good ones here. I really recommend checking them out. But back to the game. So, how do we install the mods? Well, I've got one here for a truck, so I'm going to install that now. Now, before I do, before I actually put this one in the game, there is a ordering system to the active mods that you've got. There is a system that really does make a difference to whether a mod will crash your game. And what will happen when it crashes your game is you'll be driving, or it'll load up, and then it'll just go to your desktop and the game will disappear, and that has crashed. Now, there are so many reasons why American Truck Simulator may crash to your desktop. It could be a mod, and it could be the fact that a mod is put in and it's just put in the wrong order. Let me give you an example here. So I've got 2 lots of headlights in my folder here. Let me find them. And if I put one of them the wrong way around in the order here, it actually will crash the game. Let me see here. These realistic vehicle lights and realistic headlights. Now, if I was to put realistic headlights above realistic vehicle lights, the game crashes, because this works with this sitting underneath realistic vehicle lights. It's the same for a few other things as well. If you have a certain order to this, it works. If you're finding you have crashes, it could be the ordering of your mods that's actually making it crash. So, but what is the order? Like, what do we do? How do we know? Well, there is a system. So at the very bottom, and you got to think of it like a sandwich. At the very bottom of your sandwich, all your truck mods go. So all actual trucks. So I've got the Knight Rider Mac. Got a Kenworth, a Peterbilt, Mac R Series, all of them here. They go right there. Then just above that is the skins for those trucks. So here, all the different skins I use for the trucks I've got installed go above your trucks. Then above the skins, any steering support, any mod that changes the physics of your truck will sit above your truck skins. So here we got realistic physics, realistic suspensions, real damage, the lighting system, all of that goes and sits above the skin pack. Now, above the, let's call them the modifications for your trucks, go any trailer add-on. So if you've got trailers, they go above there. Google Maps and Route Advisor, really, it makes no difference if they're here or if they're further up or further down. But it's the trailer skins that we're talking about. They sit there, and then above them, anything to do with your wheels, your tires, go above that. I've also put my mirrors above that as well. And then we've got the AI stuff. So any traffic pack or any single item of AI will then go next and sit on top of that. And even my Jazzy Cat stuff I have put here, and that goes above all of those. And then we have anything that changes. Oh, and then I put the two or the three, I suppose, the three add-ons that then manipulate the traffic go above that. Now again, if I was to put DP above real traffic, the game would crash. So real traffic density and ratio needs to be above DP's realistic traffic for them to work effectively. So anything to do with that, what changes the AI goes above the AI traffic, and that includes lights, and then anything that controls what will happen on the roads goes above that. And then the roads themselves, all the maps go in there, and there is a certain order. If you're using these types of maps that you see, there is a certain order that they fall under. Now these are all the latest versions of this video. These numbers here may change from what you see when you come to watch this video. That doesn't really make a difference. As long as you have the latest version, you're good to go. But there is a certain order to get these all working fluidly, and this order works on my machine. Then once you've got your maps, you've got all your things that affect the game. So animation gates, city lighting, real skins for AI traffic, or real skins for like real logo companies, real advertisements, and then of course your sound packs go on top of that, and that includes the sound packs for your trucks, for your weather, for anything to do with sound basically. And then of course on top of that you've got your texturings. So anything that will change the texture of roads, vegetation, mountains will sit on top of that. And then finally your weather system. And I put HDR bloom on the very, very top because that affects everything. So the way you got to think about this list here is whatever affects, like say everything will sit on top, but what only affects one aspect of your sim will go underneath. So trucks only affect the trucks. They don't affect the weather. They don't affect the roads. It just affects the trucks. So they're going to have a lower priority. But weather, that affects everything you see, and that has a high priority. It's so important that you have these put in the right order, because if they're in the wrong order, your game will crash and you won't know why. Okay, I have used these in a completely different order and the game has worked to a certain degree, but the more I put in, it began crashing and I didn't know why. And it was because that some mods are compatible to work in a certain order with other mods and some mods aren't. So anyway, that's the list there. So we're going to put in the Pork Chop Express here, which is a truck skin. So when I put it in, I'm going to use this button here at the bottom, and it's going to put it at the very bottom of the list. And then I can increase the priority up here to where it says the paint jobs. Now I'm going to use this one to indicate, I'm going to put it at the very top of all my skins, which is right there. And that's going to indicate the last bit of skin I've got for my truck. So any other skins will go underneath. And if I wanted to know anything about this skin, I click the I button and it'll tell you information if the developer, the author, the creator has written anything. Sometimes you find, you know, they'll say like this is only for version 1 point whatever, or it's not to work with other mods, or it will work with other mods, or just anything really. Even a link to their website. And then I'll put a star on it. Now this will tell me that this is good to go in my sim. I'm actually going to star these two as well because they're good to go when I go to use it. So if I go and click favorites only, it suddenly starts to filter out anything that isn't good to go in my sim. And if I wanted to see exactly if there was a mod missing, because sometimes when your game crashes it can remove a mod and you're like, oh, how has that been removed? That's just a folder, so don't worry about that. In fact, I'm going to unstar that. You're like, why does that happen actually? Because I haven't removed that mod, and sometimes when your game crashes, it will remove it. And I'll unstar that one as well because I need to delete that. So all of these ones here that are starred or favorited are ones that are in my sim, and if it's not got a green circle next to it, it's because I haven't put it in my sim, but I might one day, or that it's actually fallen out of my sim by mistake and it needs to go back in. So scrolling down this list, they're all green. I can't see anything that is favorited that hasn't got a green light on it, which means all my mods are in, except for obviously the 2 frosty ones, which I've just favorited now. So there we go. Go back to the thing, and then all we have to do is confirm the changes. Now, if you remove a mod like I'm about to do now, because I've just realized that actually that shouldn't have gone into that profile, it should have gone into my other profile. So let me remove that mod now. So get rid of that. That's now gone. Confirm the changes. Next time I load this up and continue my game, it'll say, well, hang on, you're missing a mod. Are you sure you want to continue? And you can just say, yes, I'm very sure I want to continue because I meant to do that, you know. Sometimes if your mod will fall out and it'll say that, and you'll go, oh, I didn't realize that was out, and then you can put it back in. So let's put this back in. Pork Chop Express, the skin for a truck, and put that at the top where it was going to go. Confirm the changes, and then all you got to do is go into your game and it will load up. And if it doesn't load up to the next screen, if it crashes before then, you know the mod is not currently compatible. I haven't cancelled off my Frosty mod on this profile. I need to go do that. So if you don't get to this next screen, you know it's not going to work, and you can just take it back out, and then it won't affect your sim anymore, and you're good to go. If you do get past this screen and you get into the menu of the game, all you have to do to test it out is click drive, okay? And even if you can't see it loaded into your game, if it doesn't load into your game, then that mod that you've just loaded isn't compatible with the current version. Just remove it out of your mods list and you're good to go again. But sometimes it may be like a location map, or it might be something that isn't going to appear, but when it does appear, it could still crash your game. It could still glitch out your game. So it's always best to have a drive around, right? Which is what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to have a quick drive to check and see if it is going to crash. Now, I know actually, I don't need to drive. I don't know what I'm doing. I know that this isn't going to crash because it's a skin. So I can exit out of this game now, and know that that's fine. In fact, I'm going to go back to my mods list by clicking profiles and come out, and I'm going to go back into the mods list, and I'm going to remove the Frosty Weather theme because that shouldn't be in there. Just right here, Frosty Physics goodbye and Frosty goodbye. And then I'll confirm the changes and go back into the game. And that's it, guys. That's really it. That's how you mod a game. And this is the thing I meant. It's now going, well, hang on, you've got some missing mods here. Did you want that? Well, yes, I did want it. So just load me from the most current auto-saved moment. And there's the 2 mods we just took out. So I can click continue, and it'll load now back in. Now, unless there's another mod there that you didn't actually unclick or you didn't mean to remove, then all you have to do is go back in, put it back in, and continue onwards, coming into your game, and it will be fine. And that, again, that's it, guys. That's as easy as it is to mod. It's so easy. You don't need to be a genius to do this. You don't need to be some computer hacking whiz. You just literally put them into a folder and then open up your list of mods, pop it across, and go into your game. And just remember the order, which I will put in the description of this video below, the proper order that works on my machine, that works on several other setups, and could be the possible official list of the way you put them into your game. If you've got any questions, please put them in below and I will answer them. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.